Hey guys, Charmedwench here, and I'm back again for another week. And this week again, it is another Halloween look. I've seen a lot of Pennywise type looks, and I do want to do that. I don't know whether to do that yet or not, but I wanted to do a clown look for Halloween. So obviously you search around for inspiration, and I saw a few of these pointy-eyed sort of looks, and I thought I would give it a shot. I think it turned out very well. I hope it turned out very well. It was very hard going, especially trying to keep a steady hand with all the lines and all the angles. Obviously we have contours on our face. You know, if you're working on a flat surface it would be a lot easier, but obviously with all the lines and contours and things on your face, it does make it a little bit more difficult. But I will say you can always clean it up. You guys might not see it, but sometimes I do go back in with a little bit of concealer on a little brush sometimes and just sharpen up my edges just to make them that little bit neater if I feel it needs to be done. This is the finished look. I hope you like it, and if you would like to see how this clown look was created, then carry on watching.
For my face I used this Yves Saint Laurent sample. I can't remember what the name is called, so I apologise for that. And then for concealer, I go in my Collections Lasting Perfection concealer and just make myself look really pale. Then I go in my Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten foundation just to set that. For brows, I use the Bausch Brow Powder. Once my brows are done, I go into the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette and the colour Star Power, and then just sort of fill in the inner corner and bring that halfway out on my eye. And then the next one I go in with is on the other eye, and I just do the Barry M pigment. I can't remember what it's called. It is a lovely blue pigment though, and I just do the exact same on the other eye. Too Faced cat eyes for my wing. Then I am using the Master Ink Maybelline eyeliner to map out where I want my triangle points to be. This is very hard and I'm very fussy, but I did my best and I filled this in with the same liner to make my triangles. Now back into the Master Ink from Maybelline again, and I just start to map out where I want the curves of my eye shadow to be, but my camera cut off, so as you can see I'm just showing you what it looks like. Then I went into my Elvira palette and the colour Unpleasant Dreams, and I just filled in that area in between where I drew the lines that you can clearly see on my eyes. Once I've filled all that in, I go back in with a smudgy brush, and then I think I swap it for an even fluffier brush just to make sure the black's all nicely blended. Then I go back into the Beauty Killer palette and the colour Star Power, and I just fill that pink right out to the inner corner of my nose, my eye, and then bring it right out to my nose area. And then we go back into the Unpleasant Dreams colour on the Elvira palette, and then do the exact same on the opposite eye, filling in that black area. And then I take the pigment, the blue Barry M one, and then I fill that in on the inner corner and bring that right out to the nose again, like I did with the pink on the other eye. Now back into my Maybelline Master Ink, and I use that just to trace out the lines where I want my pointy triangular bits to be underneath my eyes. Once I was happy with the lines on each eye, I went in with the Snazaroo black face paint and created my triangular type spiky points. Just take your time with this. I was very fussy. I wanted them to be quite sharp and pointed, but if you take care when you're painting them on, they turn out really well. And you can always clean it up. So as you can see, each point I'm taking care with to make it more pointed and triangular like. And obviously you will do the exact same thing on the other eye. You didn't need to see the other eye, so I just sort of chopped that out a bit, otherwise you guys will be watching me forever. But it's pretty much, you're just mirroring the one eye that I've already done. Going back and forth as I do, filling in my gaps, making sure I was happy with it and that I thought it was symmetrical. And then I'm going back into the Unpleasant Dreams in the Elvira palette, and I am smoking out below those spikes and where I've applied the eyeliner, and just bringing that down and just blending it out and making it really smoky. And into the Jeffree Star palette again with the Star Power pink, and then I smoke that even lower below the black. Just blend it until you're happy, basically. And then we do exactly the same on the opposite eye. Obviously, as you can see, I've kept the colours opposite. And then I'm just putting some Jelly Pong mascara on. Not that you can see it though. And then these are some lashes from Poundland, which were really super winged and I loved. And then I'm taking an Avon black eyeliner and just lining my waterline. Back into the black Snazaroo face paint now, and I am just taking the end of the brush, the opposite end of a brush, just to create little spots at the end of my spikes. And now this is the part where I am going to create my mouth. Using the same thing, I am using the black face paint still. I just find the consistency of black face paint to be much better when you're painting these sort of things on. So I'm filling in the upper lip with the black face paint now. And then I'm going on to my lower lip, but what you will see me do is I will leave a gap in the centre of the lip because I wanted to put a pop of colour there. Bring out those outer corners as well to the lines that you've initially drawn out and just make them more pointed so it looks more like it's part of your face. Once you are happy with how your smiley black face looks, I then took Jeffree Star Breakfast at Tiffany's and I put a pop of colour in the middle of that area that I left clear. I did initially put the blue on the top, as you can see I pressed my lips together, but I didn't like it, so I went back in with my black Snazaroo face paint, and then you will see after I painted my nose, I didn't like the blue, so I painted out my lip as well. And then I went in with my Prima Glitter palette and I took a pink shade, which I can't remember the name of off the top of my head and I haven't got it to hand. And then into the same palette with Ariel's Night Out. And then I went in with an iridescent green one, which I cannot remember what it's called for the life of me, so I apologise if any Prima Glitter ladies are watching. And then I went in with the black glitter and put that just on my nose.
Finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm not going to say it was completely easy. It was hard for me with my angles, as I said, trying to keep it neat, and the perfectionist in me was a complete nightmare trying to keep my edges and things nice and straight. I will say this is easy to do. I will say you can create this look, but I will say just take a little bit of time if you want it to turn out sharp and things like that. But I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. If you did enjoy it, give me a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't already and you want to see some more of what I can do, then subscribe to my channel and then you'll see what's coming next. I don't know what's coming next because I just sort of think of them as I go. But if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below and I will attempt to do anything that you ask me to do. We've got a little while still till Halloween, so I can always put, usually I only film twice a week, but as it's getting closer to Halloween and Christmas, I may sort of throw in a few here and there. If you would like to see anything specific, as I said, let me know in the comments below and I will attempt it. I say attempt, I will attempt it. But other than that, guys, that's it for this time and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!